everyone, and welcome back. And for those who are new, a warm welcome to my channel. Recently I've showed you a walkthrough of the Easy Spring mini album, and in this video I'm going to show you how I made the cover. First off, I start with two black A4 papers. Let me adjust the screen here. Yep, that looks better. And like I said, I start with two A4 black paper. And I am going to adhere this with double-sided tape. I like that better. But first, let me check if the cardboard fits on it properly before it's glued down. Let me see. Yeah, that looks good. It does fit. So let's stick it together. You can use glue if you like. For this part, I just like to use double-sided tape. It is strong and I find it a bit easier and less messy to do. Burnish it. Now I like to peel off the top just a little bit and then put the paper on its place and then hold it down while I remove the tape. And now for the cardboard itself is 6 by 8 and the spine is 1/8 by 8. See, I could do it in the middle right here. Let's put it a bit lower there. For this part I do like to use glue. It gives me a bit more wiggle room so I can put it straight into place. It looks like I'm using a lot, but it's not that much. Remember to keep some space in between. 1/8 of an inch is good. I like to use my bone folders for this. But you can eyeball it as well if you like. See if it's straight or not. Yeah, looks good. Yeah. And now the back. Same process, of course. Leave some space so you can bend the book so it has some bending lines. Is it straight? Almost. don't have to be this precise if you don't want to. I mean, it's your book. I tend to be very precise. And there we go. And now I don't need that much space above and on the sides, so I will just cut it off. Leave about an inch on each side. It doesn't have to be that precise, just eyeball it. And there you go. And now it's time for the Scoretape. Now, normally I cut the corners first and then put Scoretape on. I have no idea why I did this the other way around. But then again, I found out that it's easier to cut the corners before putting on the Scoretape, but someone said, let me make these mistakes for you so you don't have to, so there you go. Burnish it. I love my 1-inch Scoretape. It's so easy to use. There you go. Now I'm like, oh, I need to do the corners as well. Thinking of cutting it, but then again, let's try making some lines here with a pencil. Use my bone folder to keep the right amount of space in between. Using a pen. Better? No, still not. I use my bone folder so keep the amount of space in between so you can get a nice folded corner without showing some cardboard or chipboard. I keep drawing on the table for some reason, don't know why, but should I just cut it? Yeah. I'm just cutting it. And here I realized I forgot to kind of pre-fold the paper. I was not having my best day here. So very carefully I just folded this side. right here, I am pre-folding the paper because it makes it a bit easier to stick down or to put down after I remove the tape. It makes it all go a lot smoother and faster, and also I'll pre-fold it at the sides, makes it all a bit faster. Make sure to tuck in those corners. You'll get a perfect fold. Tuck in the corners here. And other sides. That looks perfect. There you go. And then just score the score lines just a little bit extra so you can bend the cover and close it. Voila. There you have it. Now for the hinges, I'll take a new A4 paper. And I will cut this at 8 1/4. And then I will score it. Is this right? It's just a little bit too long. So the paper needs to be 8 1/4 by 7 3/4. And then on the 8 1/4 side, you will score at 1 1/2 inch. So that's right here. And then 1 3/4. And don't worry, I'll put the measurements in the description below. And then 2 1/4 of an inch, and then 2 3/4 of an inch. And then at 3, which I did wrong here. That was wrong. 3. And at 3 1/2. Yes. 4. 4 1/2. 4 3/4. 5 1/4. 5 1/2. 5 1/2. And then at 6. 6 1/2 and 6 3/4. And there you go. this way you will fold everything, and then you will get a hinge of 1/2 inch with the space in between of 1/4 inch. There you go. It's a bit thicker paper, so it's a bit tougher to bend for me, but it's okay. Take your time, of course, bending the hinges. Make sure that they're straight. Very important, of course. I'm sorry for my voice. I have a bit of a cold that I just can't seem to shake. So I'm a bit sore right now. There's my kid. Wanted to be in the picture as well. But you bent the hinges of the 1-inch sides. Like I said, you have hinges of 1 inch with 1/4 inch in between. Like that. And then you can use liquid glue, but I personally prefer Scoretape for this one. And there's another kid bringing me a phone. There's nothing more fun than being on a video with your mom, right? Burnish the tape here. Taking the backing off and just folding it over and burnish it. like I said, there's nothing more fun than being in the video with your mom. And then I do some extra burnishing. I like to fold it to the left and the right to make sure the hinges are flexible enough so they don't tear when the pages are glued on. Like that, and now I realize that it's too long. Of course, it's not 8 inches, but 7/8 of an inch. But again, I'll leave all the measurements in the descriptions below. So let me make the mistakes for you so you don't have to. Now I have to cut it down just a little bit. And of course with the hinges it's not that easy. I don't think my blade is going through. No, I'll cut that last piece off by hand. There. There you go. Yeah, much better. And for this I like to use liquid glue again. Just a little bit on the outside flaps. Make sure you put enough glue on the hinges itself and on the sides of the flaps, because, well, they're the most vulnerable and need more adherence. Burnish it a little bit for extra hold. Make sure you also burnish it in between the hinges. I see that this part doesn't really glue together that well, but that is easily fixed with some extra glue. Yeah. So extra burnish there. And now some scoring at the bending lines again, at the hinges, so the book can bend again. Make sure that it's completely dried because it will let go if it's not. And that, and that would be a shame, wouldn't it? I think I was a bit too hasty. Looks good. Yeah. So that's the cover. And now up to the pages. Now for the pages again, the same paper, A4 black, and I cut it down to
10 3/4 by 8.
So that the paper is as big as the book itself. You do this 4 times for 4 pages. And now for the scoring, and you do it on the 10 3/4 inch side. You do 1/2 inch. You score at 1/2 inch and at 5 3/4. So 1/2 inch and 5 3/4, and you do that 4 times. And the last one. And then you fold everything at the score line. So you have your pages, you're ready to go in your book. Make sure that everything, of course, is straight and aligned. You don't want any crooked pages in your book. Whoops. I think I'll do the pages the other way around. I think that's nicer. then put some Scoretape at one side of the half-inch side. And then, of course, you adhere it in your book. Let me just pre-fold it a bit. And make sure that you're straight. You adhere it like this inside your book. Right here I like to use Scoretape and some glue. The glue gives for it just a little bit of wiggle room to get it straight. But don't use too much because, well, then you have to wipe it clean and you'll get smudges everywhere. And I see that the page isn't really straight. But I'll just massage the paper so it will go back as it should, or go as it should. That's the fun part of paper, right? I mean, you have to be careful, but you can do a lot with it as well. You can just change it up a bit. Change the direction a bit. Mold it into place. There you go. That's good. Next page. Just molding all the pages, make sure that they're straight. It is important, after all, to have straight pages in your book. And I'm thinking, maybe it's easier to put them the other way around, so I'm turning it. Making sure this one is straight as well. And there we go. Still straight. I'm just checking here if everything is still straight as I want it to be. And now we can adhere the rest of the pages. Whoops, that wasn't really glued on straight. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's better. And now for the last page. There you go. Now let's burnish everything. Let's check it. Yeah, looks pretty good. And then you have your book with the pages. Very simple for now. And this is the basis for a beautiful book. This was the book. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.